everybody, I hope you're well. So today I just don't have that much to do because I can't work on YouTube. You're probably seeing this video on YouTube, but I can't work on it right now because the technology is just not working lately. We've had some issues. But I started working on these skirts like 2 months ago, and I think it's time to finish them and see if I can sell any of them on Etsy. These are pants that I still need to fix, but anyhow. So I thought I'd take you with me as I finish up these skirts. I think we'll start with this one because it's almost done. We have the final, what are these called? I forget the name. Gathers. And then the waistband already has the interfacing on it, so this really needs the waistband and a button, I think. And this one still needs the waistband to get the interfacing on it. It was a good little task for me to do today because my feet have been aching really bad. I'm 30 weeks pregnant now, and just if I stand on my feet for too long, they start to really hurt. And Samuel and I realized I need to be moving more. So we decided I'd walk 45 minutes every day. And I started yesterday, and today my legs hurt so bad because I'm out of shape. And so yes, it's very needed, but it's making my feet even more tired sooner. So it's time to I've been standing a bit, so now it's time to do some sitting things. The interfacing looks really good, except for right here, there's a little kink, but it's that iron-on interfacing, which can be really annoying. So I'm not exactly sure how to fix this little kink. I guess just tear it a little bit, which I think that will be just fine. All right, now just pinning it on. This seems to be a good amount what I already did, because when you fold it over, it meets perfectly, and that's really how it should be. Yeah, it's pretty good. I realized I needed to stand, despite what I just said, because doing this while sitting is just very hard to be exact. Okay, now that we have the middle, let's see, make sure it matches up on the other side. Now that I know exactly the length that I want, I'm just going to use gravity to help smooth out the pleats, because I'm going to be ironing them down basically, the gathers. Being so much more careful on this than I would if I was making it myself, because, you know, if you're making something for somebody else, you want it to be nice. I decided to I'm not going to do all the pinning, because if I'm doing it as I go along, I can smooth out the gathers. And if I'm trying to pin it, I'm only pinning chunks of the gathers, so it's not really effective. I don't know, I'm still learning. I don't know what just happened. My needle. I guess my needle fell out. That's so funny. All right, off to a rocky start, but that's okay. I recently broke a needle because I was, Samuel bought some jeans that were too big from the store. And so we, oh God, I can't get this needle out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Samuel bought some jeans that were too big from the thrift store. And so we fixed them up. I went to fix the waistband and the material was too thick and I broke like 2 needles. And since then I've just not been able to get the needle on as tight as I think it should be. I can smooth out the gathers as I go, which I think is actually a lot more effective than what I was just trying to do. Okay. Goodness gravy. I'll show you guys the little tool I'm talking about. The sewing machine thing comes with this little tool to tighten it, and it just does not work very well. We'll try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'll find something else to do till Samuel gets home. Try this part 3. Maybe it's just too tough, the fabric. Okay, the first part is sewn on. Now to do the next part. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far. So this is the inside all sewn up, and this is the outside not sewn yet. The waistband. I don't think I'm gonna hand sew it. I think I'm gonna use the machine because I like the way it looks with the machine as well. That's a cute little waistband. Wow. Now you really put time into something, it turns out so much nicer than when you rush through. The ones I've done in the past, I get really impatient. I'm gonna iron and then buttons. And then we'll check out the length. Oh no, I think the, what's that called? The interface just fused together just now. And it made this little wrinkle and I can't get it out. Oh man, that, I don't know if I'd ever use that interface again, the kind that's ironable. I think it's a pain. This is really cute with a big waistband. This is a cute little skirt. Look how cute. And this, if you remember, this is from a curtain. So it really already has this really cute little bottom. Actually, the bottom needs to be ironed. Let's do that right now. Guys, I was looking at the waist and I was like, this looks like a child's waist. It looks like a size like 23 or something. And I decided, I am pregnant, but I have it above my bump. I decided to just see. I mean, I'm bigger now. I am bigger now. But this is really tiny. I'm gonna measure it. I don't know if I can sell this actually. I don't know how that happened. I think I was going for a 28 waist for a size small. Look how small it looks. So it's gonna overlap. Well, that might fit somebody. It's so cute. Okay, let's measure this. So it will overlap a little bit. Probably about that much. It's a 24. Oh my goodness. It's a 24 size waist. Maybe somebody in the Victorian period could have fit into this, but I don't know what to do. I already have the back and everything. Guys, I hope you're well. Sorry about last week. That was rough not being able to get a video out, but things happen. But yeah, our garden has exploded. Some with produce, mostly with weeds. So I'm gonna go out and just do some weeding, and I thought I'd take you guys weeding. And I thought I'd take you guys out there with me, so let's go. Things are pretty much the same in the house. Just have more bulk things. Oh, I showed you guys, yeah, that we got buckwheat. We still have the flour, the einkorn flour. And we actually just found at Costco, actually, bulk organic rice. We have not been able to have rice because it's pretty expensive to get organic. So we've just been using for grains quinoa and millet, I believe, and then buckwheat here and there. But now we have, and I guess cornmeal, but now we have rice, so that is very exciting. And we had been making Mexican quinoa, which is just not as good as Mexican rice. However, I am not very good at making Mexican rice, so we'll see which is better. But I'm gonna keep it simple today. I'm just gonna try and do a little bit at a time. I am starting to get 32 weeks. I have to be careful. I fell off these steps. I'm 32 weeks, so I'm starting to get feeling a little heavy and stuff, but I know that movement is very good. So gotta keep with it. I've also been having swollen feet, which is very normal. It's just mechanical, you know, where the baby sits. But I've noticed on days where, like Samuel and I have been driving a lot lately. We drove to Texas this weekend and for a wedding, and because I was in the car for so long, I think my feet swelled horribly. And my feet have been pretty big lately, and I chatted with this lady who knows a lot about herbs, and she suggested magnesium. So, oh, there's a bird on the fence. So I bought that Calm, you know, like, and it's all caps, Calm, magnesium supplement thing. So I just started that yesterday, so we'll see if that helps a little bit. And I'm now fully on the Celtic sea salt. We had bought in sea salt from Costco. I'm pretty sure from what I've learned that sea salt is just sodium chloride. It's the same as regular table salt, which is pretty bad for you when it comes to your blood pressure. Because it's just lacking all the other minerals that, you know, but seawater, I guess they used to use in the war, they would use seawater for transfusions, blood transfusions, because it has all the minerals that we need, or mostly all of them. And Celtic sea salt is like that too, and it's kind of, Celtic sea salt almost feels wet when you hold it, and it kind of sticks together. But I guess if your salt flows very freely, all on its own, if it's bright white, even if it says sea salt, apparently it's probable it's still just sodium chloride. But what you can do is contact the company and ask for a complete list of the minerals found in it. And you can see, and if it's just NaCl, you know, it's just plain old sodium chloride, and they've tricked us. If it has a bunch of great stuff in it in high amounts, tons of minerals, then you know it's the good stuff, Celtic sea salt. Or I heard the Himalayan pink salt is not as good as Celtic sea salt, but it's still pretty good. But I also know there's people that they're just dyeing salt pink. So you gotta be careful out there. I was fooled. So I'd been eating quite a lot of regular salt. So it might be that my blood pressure, especially being pregnant, is a little high. But now I'm straight on the Celtic sea salt, starting the magnesium, staying active every day. So I know that my feet will get better. They're not bad at all right now. But Samuel and I, with his family, had to go shopping, and I had to buy like a size 11 pair of shoes when I'm normally 8.5 to 9. So they were pretty big a few days ago. But yeah, as you can see, 'tis a little grassy. Green beans are still coming in, but they're dying for some reason. They're like, I think they're dying. You know, a lot of them are turning yellow. You know, when they were all bright green, I don't know what happened. I think I disturbed the roots too much. I had let weeds on accident grow all up in between, and I had pulled out the weeds, and I accidentally exposed a lot of roots, and we covered them up a few days later, but maybe we were too late. But we'll try and get as many beans off of them as we can before they do die, if they die. Marigolds are looking very good. I went out here last week and I weeded just around the okra, like literally made a small circle around the okra. So they're actually have grown up a lot more, maybe now that they have more room. Our tomatoes on both ends are looking very good, and as you can see, tomatoes are coming in. All these green tomatoes. Makes me so happy to see. I love tomatoes. Samuel loves tomato sauce. I love just picking them off the vine. Either works. Either's delicious. So that's very exciting. Our tomatoes look probably the best besides the potatoes. And some of our potatoes are starting to die, which I think means that it's time to harvest them. But I kind of thought they'd all die at once. But they actually all look very beautiful. It's just some of them are dying. So I don't really know how that works. I'll have to look into it. I think maybe you just try and be very careful not to disturb the other potatoes. And then I also weeded around this okra. Once again, just made a circle in the grass, doing a little bit day by day. Samuel's very busy with work and stuff, so gardening is kind of my job now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of stuff to do inside, and I also get very tired. There's a big tomato coming in. And then we finally realized, oh no, we shouldn't have planted the winter squash and the summer squash, because summer squash looks to be very normal. Winter squash, we realized, is a vine. So we have all these vines in the garden, in winter and summer mixed together, but those are coming in. You can see a little winter squash here, which is so exciting. And then I'll show you a summer squash. This one's doing really good. It's humongous. Yeah, you can see the vine is coming up. Look at all these little squash coming in. So exciting. So yeah, God is blessing our garden despite us neglecting it. These are broccoli and all that, not doing well. They are getting completely eaten up. I don't know if it's because of all the grass and it's stressing the plants out, making the bugs come to, or what. But we do have some little bits of broccoli here, which is very exciting. So maybe I'll pick those and we can just try and get what we can from it. But I don't know if anything will come up on these ones. And there's the little suspect, if you can see. I think it might be a little too late for these guys, unfortunately. This cabbage still looks relatively okay, but these have been eaten. This cabbage is kind of okay. Yeah, it's too bad, but we'll just have to do better next time. First garden. Sunflowers, though, are looking humongous. I realize they're probably going to shade the plants. Today, I'm just going to do what I can. So that means Just weeding little circles around each little plant for right now. The ones that are really bad, I might do the squash. They're starting to look super grown in. And maybe work on the tomatoes a little bit. Our garden has had ups and downs, but like I said, that's how it is when it's your first one. God bless. Where the roots of the squash are, it's actually not a lot of weeds, so that makes me happy. It's just because of the vine is extending over the grass, it makes it look quite intense. But it's not so bad. As you can see, this is where the roots are. And it's not bad. I might have already said this on here, but we were talking with our friend, and she had met a master gardener, and he said the earth likes to be covered, and so to always, once you put in your garden, around the plants put in mulch, and that will discourage weeds. So probably not this year. You never know. Probably not this year, but maybe next. I wanted to say, if anyone ever struggles with dark thoughts or thoughts that you don't want to have, something that I need absolutely, I could not do it without, is God. I pray that God takes those thoughts away and purifies my imagination. But something I just thought of today that really helped me by the grace of God is when I have those irrational thoughts. And I don't often struggle with those kinds of thoughts now by the grace of God. I used to, but God has healed me so much. But if they do come, or more of when they do come, because there is a devil out there, then I said today, it helped me. And everyone's different, so it might not help you, but I said out loud, I said, I don't know about that thought. I don't know about that idea. I think that I should probably just trust in God and leave it up to Him, and He'll come up with a better way, because that thought, I don't think it will work. And that really helps me. And yeah, God is good. There's no judgment from God if you're in Him, And so if I can't control those thoughts, I just talk to God and I say, and it's always better to talk to God than to people. Always better. And God can use people in our lives to talk to us. But if we go to God, we're going directly to the source. And so I talk to God sometimes and I say, Lord, I just don't understand this, or I'm struggling with this. What do I do? And Lord, I just feel this way. I almost rant to God. And I try not to have a spirit of murmuring, because I know that is catches on. It's not good. When we start murmuring, it's very easy to start murmuring about everything and not see the good that God has done in our lives. But I just talk and I say, Lord, I'm really struggling with this, and honestly, I feel angry, I feel upset, I'm unhappy about this, or something like that. And then God just takes it all away. It's amazing. I talk to my husband a lot too, and he's very good. God uses him in my life a lot. But I never feel better than when I talk straight to God. Okay, I got all around these big tomatoes. So I did this whole row. I've not touched the squash yet. That will be tomorrow's project. Everything takes longer than you think it will take. But that's okay. Slow and steady wins the race. But yeah. Thanks for joining me in the garden. Okay, Samuel just came home from work and I need to show him something in the garden.
Let's see. Some animals are pretty hardy. Wow, this is bad.
Oh, yeah, it's not why I took you out here.
Oof.
But I weeded, and it didn't look nice.
Yeah, actually, this is the only part that looks nice. Wow.
Some potatoes are dying and I talked to my mom and she said if they're dead, then you want to take them out because they'll just rot.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
you should dig it up and see what's there.
Alright, let's start with, so did you show her what they look like? This seems pretty dead.
This one seems dead, but this one does.
I don't know. Do I just pull at this?
I don't know. I think you unbury it. I imagine you'd be able to just pull it up, but I guess that's not how it works.
Like I can. Nope.
Where's the potato?
I think I just ate some dirt.
Look! Wait, why are they so small?
Is that from, which plant is that from? Is that from this one?
Careful, not to uproot these ones.
Let's see.
Oh, is that a potato?
I don't think so. Maybe.
That's
No,
a rock.
That's a rock.
Well, the sun came out.
I might need something to dig.
I think it's deeper than that.
Or not even, are we even at the ground? We're just barely at the ground.
We didn't bury them deep though. Remember we buried them pretty much on top of the ground and then just put a layer on over?
But they shoot under, no?
I don't think so. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know why.
Look at that! We have a little baby tomato.
Tomato.
Potato.
Potato. There's one.
Yay, our first potato harvest. Whoa!
There's two.
That's so cool.
Hope I'm digging in the right place.
Whoa!
These are so small, but hey, you know, you live and you learn.
That's okay. There's something called baby tomatoes.
Baby potatoes.
Look at that.
Tomatoes.
That is
I
so
wonder
exciting.
if I should keep digging. I don't know how far.
I would get that and see if there's anything
Whoa,
connected
look
to
at
it.
that. That's really cool.
Oh, it's like fiber.
Yeah.
Fiber optics.
This is how you get your Wi-Fi. Oh, what is that?
Oh, was it a rotted one?
Yeah. Ew, I felt like an alien.
It's moldy. That's
disgusting.
really gross. It's gelatinized.
Ew. I don't want to do this anymore.
Alright, I guess when you come back out here you could dig deeper. Just try to remember too so that if there are any there, they don't lose them.
There's only two that I pulled out?
Yeah.
No one take them?
Oh.
Oh, what?
I'm recording to show the progress. That's amazing. You're working so hard. Good job, you're killing it. I think I just saw sweat drip off your forehead. I cut your hair. Oh, it looks so good though. It looks like a garden in this little section.
Tear it up quick. The part that takes the longest is this. Tearing it up really doesn't take that long.
Yeah. Luckily, at least we've already gone in around the plants, so you don't have to be as careful because around the plants takes really long.
Yeah. That I probably couldn't do.
Yeah.
I'm just smashing at it.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. Good job.